everyone. I'm Jesse, creator of Imdone, and I want to share with you a few of the features that I baked into Imdone 1.50. Pretty big milestone for me. And I'll start with a bug fix that was sent in by a customer who was using checkboxes and used the dash in the middle, which is, I guess, common in some tools, to identify canceled checkboxes. And so let me show you a demonstration of how that works now by editing this card, which is my launch card. This is the card I use to kind of track what I'm launching. And this is the first feature here, so I'm going to cancel this one out and see what it looks like here. Let me edit this card, and I'll cancel this one. Save it, and then we'll take a look. So when you cancel a card, or a checkbox rather, you're going to see this little icon, or this little emoji showing that it's canceled, and it's going to be marked through. Previously, when you put a dash in that checkbox in the markdown, what it did was it really messed up the order, and you could still check it, but it would actually check the one below it or above it. I can't recall which one, but hopefully this resolves the issue, and for him in all cases. It seems to be working just fine right now. It's yet to be seen. We'll get some feedback and keep moving forward. One of the other features I added was to show the action keys in the main menu. So if you open up the main menu, and I just did that by hitting the backslash on the keyboard, you could do that, or you could click this icon. So if you hit that backslash, you could see that there are shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts at the end of all of these main menu actions right now. So that's pretty helpful for me. Keeps my fingers on the keyboard, saves me some time of switching to the mouse. I know for a lot of developers that's a pain in the neck. I don't like it all that much. So that's the next feature. Let me get rid of this dash. We'll just check them off as we go. So they're going to check this one off. We show the action keys. The other thing I did was these board actions that you can add to your board through an extension file called actions/board. So if I open this guy up, you could see I've got a bunch of actions in here. Show current release tasks. So now they have keys. They've had keys for a while, but it's going to show those keys, and they're all listed in the main section. So now I don't have to go scrolling down to where it used to be, which was board actions. And another thing is the icon. So you can actually add an icon, a font awesome icon, to your board actions. So that's another added feature, and I can show you how I do that right here. I'll add a copy to copy cards as markdown. Copy cards as markdown. I'm going to add icon, copy, and I believe that's the name of the icon. So you can add just free icons, or you can also add, like things like GitHub or corporate icons to ones that are associated with products. So I did add that. Now I have to refresh the board. So I'll hit R, and that should show up. There it is. So now we've got an icon. So like I said, if you want to use more corporate icons, I think Jira's an icon. No, that wouldn't be appropriate, but I'll show you what that looks like. And that should switch up, so you can see that switch to the Jira icon. So I'm going to switch it back to copy. So we went over rendering board, rendering icons. Then we've got make duplicate card a standard board action. So it used to be that duplicating a card was a board action that showed up when you created a new project. You could copy it from that board, the actions board extension file, into your new project. But it was so useful for me that I decided to make it a top level feature as an action. And I use it all the time. I'm using it for the launch template. So if I move over to my notes column, you can see I've got this launch template. So every time I'm launching a new release, I'll just duplicate this card. And that'll give me a brand new launch template that I can go ahead and update and provide more details like I did in this one. A bunch of other things I've got in my notes column. This is somewhere where I get a lot of benefit from using Imdone. I've got a lot of links on here that are just always on my board. I've got customer queries. I have an open in Finder link, which is pretty simple. The open in Finder link is it's just a go back, navigate back to the main folder, and that'll just open it up in Finder if you're on a Mac. So as you can see, there's a lot of useful. I have all my repos here, so I could quickly get to my repos. Some other quick links, but it really helps me stay focused. I don't have to go back to GitHub or anything like that. So if you're a solopreneur, you're a indie hacker, this can be really helpful. Create a notes card and make that happen. Save yourself some time. So we've got this board action here that we added, and then highlight filter matches in cards so I can find the information I need. So here's a neat little feature. So if I do a find, which is Command F for me, right now I'm showing all the 1.50 features. If I just type menu, I'll show you how this works. So any keyword search, if you're using properties, this isn't going to highlight the matches, but if you're using a keyword search, it's going to go ahead and filter your board, and then it's going to highlight all the matches. So it's really easy to find. This was super important because before it was just showing the card itself, and I couldn't find where that keyword was in the card. So if it was a very large card, it took up a lot of space, I'd have to be scrolling around to find that. And so it's also in the view, if you're viewing a card up close. And if there is a keyword in a link, so let's say I search for checkboxes. Let's say I go ahead and search for check. If the keyword's in a link, well, maybe that's going to be boxes. Okay, check boxes. So if I search for check boxes, it should highlight the link as well, but it doesn't seem to be working exactly as planned. So maybe that'll be in the next release. What I was going to show you is it usually shows up. Yeah, it highlights it should highlight the whole link, but this might be a special case. It was a rather complicated regular expression. So we'll see how that works. Send me some feedback, and I will surely get it patched if it's not working for you the right way. The last feature I want to share with you is the main menu doesn't switch to newly open project. That was a bug that I noticed when I opened a new project. This menu didn't switch. It stayed in the project that you are on. So I'm just going to add another project real quick. I'll open up Imdone Core, the Imdone Core library, and you can see the menu has shifted already before the board has even open to that new menu. So that's it. That's the entire release. I hope you leave some feedback. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for following, and have a great week.